Welcome to Warrington Basketball. Today we are joined by Mr. Andrew Massey, the head coach of Warrington Wildcats. How are you, Andy? You all right?
I'm fine. I'm a bit busy, but getting through the pandemic.
Good. So today is another Ultimate Team episode. So I'll let you fire away. Everyone knows now what's going on. So you can crack on, Andy. Who is your first pick?
First one, point guard. This was difficult, mainly because my son's a point guard, and he's played a long time at the ball hall. So this was a really hard decision. But there's only one point guard I've seen really at the ball hall that just blew me away as soon as I saw him. And I remember his first seeing him, and he must have been playing year 5 and 6.
Yeah.
And he was the best player on the court.
Yeah.
Every game I watched him play. And the whole team was good. I'm not saying they were everything, but him specifically was brilliant. And that is Joe Cummins.
Yeah, I agree. I knew you were building towards Joe. Especially that year 5-6 league, and even he was playing up in year 7 and 8 league, and he was still.
He was the best. He was still the best player on the court when he was playing 7-8.
Yeah.
Even though it was year 5 and 6, he was playing 7-8. He was defensively. I've never seen some. Well, there's 2 players I would say defensively, because you got to think of. I know people in the other people like Steve and Tom. They've been at the ball hall a bit longer than we have.
Mm-hmm.
So they may have seen the players like you. They've gone on about the players. I never actually saw them play.
Yeah.
But I always saw Joe, and I've seen him play at the ball hall, and I've seen him play National League as well.
Yeah.
Unbelievably strong defensively, offensively.
Yeah.
And in that Invaders team, they were special.
Yeah.
They were really, really top team.
I'm surprised he's not featured more, to be fair, Joe Cummings, because I thought he was brilliant.
Oh, Joe is. I always remember I watched him play. I think it was either a year 9 and 10 team or above one of the games, and he played with. I don't know if it was against Bridgewater, and the Invaders team played, and they spent the whole game shooting threes.
Yeah.
They didn't shoot anything other than threes, and they still won by 30 points.
Yeah.
It was one of them. They are him and that Invaders team were special for him specifically, and he's gone on to university and played at quite a high level as well, I believe.
Yeah.
So a really good point guard, but a very hard decision because I've seen some really quality point guards at the ball hall. Adam was one. Ite from Alsager. Is really good. There's been a lot of good point guards, and there's some really good ones coming up in the year 5 and 6s and 7-8s at the moment, which are going to be special players.
Yeah, sure.
Joe Cummins, number 1.
Nice.
Next one is a player that played for me.
Mm-hmm.
He's also played for Bridgewater. He's played for Alsager as well. And that is Dean Cousins.
Yeah.
And having Dean and Joe at the front of the key, I can't see anybody getting past because they are so strong in the defense. And we'd win the ball high up. And once we win the ball high up, they are quick and get to the basket very fast.
Yeah.
So Dean is, again, strong defensively. Very, very strong. I've watched him play since he was year 3.
Yeah.
So he's played all the way up. Played for me from being, I think it was year 4 or year 5. He played for me until he was, I think, year 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And he was the best player we had.
Yeah.
But from anything, Um, I like the kid. I always did.
Yeah, he's a good lad. I like Dean.
Dean is nicest guy you would ever want to meet, really.
Yeah.
But when he's on that court, he's not the same he's not the same person.
Yeah.
He would do anything to win a game, and he probably has. But he's a quality player.
Nice, yeah, like that. Good choice.
Third one, I think other people have picked this person. Probably the most unselfish person on the court I've ever watched. I've coached against him. I've never had him on a team, but I've coached against him. And in his day, he was pretty much unstoppable. And that was Liam Johnson.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Liam.
Liam, again, nicest guy on the planet.
Yeah.
I watched him play in teams where the team was really strong when they were playing for South, the Lakers. And I watched him play in teams where he played for Bridgewater, where he literally took a back step and just spent the whole game passing to other players, making sure that they got involved, and making the game a good game. He could have easily just took control and just blasted everybody apart, drove through, slam every time. He could have done it, but he didn't. He would pass to the other players and give them the open shots and make that and let them take the shots. So probably the most team person I've ever watched play a game of basketball.
Yeah, because he plays at Loughborough now. I think Liam. He's still
he's still playing.
Yeah.
And he's still. I mean, he's a big guy.
Yeah, he's really
physically.
Every time he comes back, when him and his mum come in, he's grown an extra foot each time I see him.
He's a big guy. I think he must be 6'7".
Yeah.
So with him as in fact, he could be a shooting guard because I've seen him shoot the three.
Yeah.
That much, so he could literally sit on the 3-point line and shoot.
Yeah.
So if you've got a big guy who can shoot threes, always a good option. Yeah. Always a good option.
He's been about the ball, I think, since year one and two session.
He used to drive me nuts when we played. Used to play against him.
Yeah.
That team. I think we played a couple of years against his team, and they were very, very physical. Very, very physical. I think the other team that was physical in there was the Pagate team at the time.
Yeah.
Aces, Pagate Aces. They were.
Aces, yeah.
Yeah, they were. Them two teams went at it. Yeah. Ding dong, such a good game. But oh my God, did it nearly kick off a few times?
Yeah.
Watching them games, we had some good games against both teams.
Yeah.
Some really good games against both teams at that age group. They were a bit younger. They were a bit older, than my team. So we were always a bit behind them.
Yeah.
But I watched. Liam has actually played with our Adam at National League. So Adam's played in the same team with Liam, and he always loved playing with Liam.
Yeah.
Because he would always know he was going to get the ball.
Yeah.
Liam would pass.
Yeah. I know he's still doing. Is either Loughborough or Myers Co, one of the two, but I know he's
at Loughborough.
Right.
He's still at Loughborough, and he's a quality player and a lovely guy.
Yeah, good luck.
Next one, always is a bit. I don't know how to describe this guy, but when I watched him, he played on the same team as our Adam. Adam was playing up for Bridgewater. Obviously, we didn't have a team in the highest one at the time, so I said to Adam, "Play up for Bridgewater. You need some more experience against some of the bigger guys." So Steve put him in with this lad, Max Jones.
Yeah.
Who I watched him play with Adam, and even though he could have blasted everybody off the court that was playing in that team, playing against, he made sure that everybody got the ball as well.
Yeah.
So big guy, physical, still could shoot the three.
Yeah.
But good teamwork, good aggressive, went to the basket when needed, also could shoot that free, and dominated, absolutely dominated every game that I watched him play in that Bridgewater team.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I think they won the league. They won that season, they won it at an actual canter because of him.
Yeah.
But very, very strong and a big guy. So again, you've got Liam, you've got Max. They are solid in every department, no matter what. So I'm pretty solid in everything at the moment. Jamie Gray is my fifth man. He's the 5. I watched this kid start. Really watched him more when he started was at National League.
Mm-hmm.
And skinny kid, but all arms and all legs.
Yeah.
Literally everything was all about him was all arms and all legs. He didn't really kick it off the first year at National League, and then he played a bit at ball all. He didn't play massively at ball all. So I was always between Jamie and Ellis. It was always a 50-50 really.
Yeah.
But probably Jamie's a bit ahead of Ellis. Ellis is off to the States.
Yeah.
So that might change in a year.
Mm-hmm.
But Jamie Maisco, I watched him play at the ball hall, and he was good. He was really, really good. Big guy. He must be 6'11" now.
Yeah. So.
I watched him play National League. I've watched him in Maisco games. I mean, he plays in men's league. He doesn't look out of place. No. And he wasn't looking out of place in men's league when he was 16.
Yeah.
So, I think he was playing Div 2. So, I think he was playing Div 2 at the time. And these are big 20, 30-year-old blokes.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't look anywhere out of place. So, I'd have a front line of 6'7", and probably 6'11".
Yeah.
I mean, that's as big as anybody ever been in the ball hall, really.
Yeah.
And then you've got the 2 guys, Joe Cummins and Dean at front of the key.
Joe Cummins, Dean Cousins, you got Jamie, Liam Johnson,
and Max Jones. And
Max Jones as your 5. Who have you got as your 6th man?
This was really hard. I didn't know if to put a small guard in or go big.
Yeah.
I also thought of maybe putting in some of the younger ones, because I've got quite a lot of young guys now who are going to be really good.
Yeah.
My under-17s team, I thought of Max Pedder.
Yeah.
Who, for his age group, he's big lad.
Mm-hmm.
Can shoot the free, can do everything. Dribble the ball, not a problem. I also thought of Adam McGrath on my lot, who's a really good guard, can play point guard, can shoot, can go to the basket, and he's good defensively. But I went big, and I went Ellis.
Yeah.
I would have another big guy in there, because if I wanted to, I could pull off one of the other big guys and put an Ellis in, and again goes to the basket. Ellis did play for me, but he started at I think it was year 5 and 6.
Yeah,
and he stood out then. I mean,
we put a photo on the other day, didn't we, of a very young-looking Ellis, and Max, I think, was in there as well.
Yeah. He was big then.
Yeah.
He's huge now.
Yeah.
And he'll fill out as well.
Yeah.
Same as, like, I think Jamie Gray's filled out more. But now Ellis, I think it was not this year that's just gone, but the year before, when he absolutely dominated that under 21s league.
Mm-hmm.
going to the basket, physical, doesn't always listen. And I think Dom would agree with me on that one. Because I had him, like I said, I had him from 5 and 6. I had him all the way up to, I think, year 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, we had him for a bit as year 11.
Yeah.
But that was the last of it. And then he went off to, St. Helens.
Yeah.
To play. And Dom's done a really good job with him.
Yeah.
He's improved massively. And it's been it was a pleasure to have him.
Yeah.
In the club. I know he had a lot of problems with his dad and everything and all that. Took him a year out. I think he took a year out of it really, and then got his head together and got it together. But a really nice kid. It's been good. It's been good to see him grow up.
Yeah.
But it's been good to see a lot of them grow up.
Yeah.
You know, we've been going a long time now. And I actually thought about it the other day when I said I'd do this.
Yeah.
And I looked at it and went, oh, yeah. I think we started in 2007.
Yeah, it's been a long road, hasn't it?
It has. So it's been but it's been good. Good. I've watched some players grow up, and we've put pictures on of the teams when they were really young.
Yeah.
And you can't believe the differences between them all. But it's been good.
You've still
that's my ultimate.
That's your ultimate team. You still got to pick a coach. Who have you got at the?
I'd always go for myself.
Okay.
I'd always go myself. I love all the coaches. I can't say I don't, because I have a laugh on the court with them all. Wind each other up. We spend all the time winding each other up. I've had really good games with Dom, Steve, and Tom.
Yeah.
As the main ones that we used to go. And we've had a few of the other teams that have come in that have been funny. Some like the Liverpool teams, some of the Liverpool teams in the past that have come and played. And I spend the whole game winding up, saying your National League players are not that good. When I've got a full National League team myself. And I'd always back myself.
How do you think you fare against the other teams? That's a tall team, isn't it? That's a massive team.
Yeah, I've got a massive team, which is similar to what I'd have with my under-17s.
Yeah. Because
if you look at them, most of my under-17 teams are bigger than every team in the ball hall.
Yeah.
So I like that big team. Always like that, but we have pace as well.
Yeah.
So we were just big, fast as well. You got to have that bit of speed. The over that is a massive team, but the overall thing on it is we could score from everywhere. Yeah. Everywhere. It won't matter what. You stick out. You go on a zone, and we'll sit on the 3-point line and shoot you to death. If you go out man, we beat you. And then pick and roll, run the pick and roll with 6'11" and 6'7s. It's pretty hard to stop that.
Yeah, agreed.
It's always been the thing. If you can do a pick and roll, you're always going to score points, no matter what. And a lot of backdoor cuts as well, which I like, and teams.
Yeah.
I always remember watching National League teams, Manchester Magic. And they used to run that backdoor cut, and they run it so much that teams just didn't know where it was coming. It was coming so many times that they forget about the other parts of the game, and they'd sit too far back, and they'd get beat on the 3-point line.
Yeah.
So it's always like that, and it's something that I've tried to install in a lot of the teams. Never to always keep moving. Always keep switching round positions. Keep cutting across. Keep doing that. We'd murder them. I know some. I've seen some of the players who play on some of the other teams that Tom's put out and that, and they're good players. But I don't think they would be as big as us.
No.
And we'd do a lot of damage in there.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, Andy. Thank you very much, mate. It's been
no worries.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you anyway.
You too.
Missing all the people and the family, as we like to call them, the Wildcats family.
Yeah, I bet.
And that's the way we like to treat the basketball and the players and the all the people in the ball hall as family.